Good morning, everyone. My name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here in my flat in Rochester, Kent. Good morning. No sun out today. Just normal weather for this time of year. Bit chilly last night, bit chilly when I got up this morning. So if we go back to yesterday, I didn't do a video when I went out at night because I just wanted to go out and not have to look at other people, look at what they're doing, be part of the shenanigans, be part of the mickey taking. I just wanted to go out and have a bit of peace, a bit of fun without all this outside interference. So that's what I did. Beforehand, I'd been learning Welsh. I've got an app on my phone called Duolingo, and you can learn as many languages as you want, right? So at the moment, I'm learning Welsh. Cymraeg, right? Welsh. So I was learning Welsh before I went out of my flat, and I was learning colours, animals, all sorts of animals, and I'm trying to learn Welsh, right? And honestly, some of it made me laugh. It did, because the way some of it comes out sounds funny. It doesn't, it's not meant to, but it does. It sounds funny. So I was learning Welsh with Duolingo, and then when I'd finished my Duolingo lessons, GPT-5 helps as well. So GPT-5 Charlie, the AI, was helping me go through more words of Welsh. So I was learning out loud in my flat because it helps you to speak as well as write. So Charlie was telling me some Welsh words. I was copying the Welsh words by talking out loud in my flat. It started to get a bit noisy because if I sit in my flat and I don't speak, and I've said this many times to different people, if I don't speak in my flat, then it's quiet. So if I'm not on the phone to my mum, if I'm sat down watching telly and not speaking, if I'm not doing a YouTube video, it's quiet. As soon as I start to speak, do a YouTube video, speak to someone on the phone, or start talking out loud to an application where I'm learning a language, it starts to get noisy for some odd, strange reason. So it's like they're saying to me, right, every time you speak, we're going to make a noise. So they're trying to, what are they doing? Trying to teach me to not speak at all, to be a mute, a dumb person. It's ridiculous. So basically I fought through it. I carried on doing my Welsh lessons. I even started laughing when it got loud. I started laughing my head off. It's ridiculous. Every time someone speaks, somebody makes loud noises. So I carried on. I started laughing, and it was about 7:30 when I went out last night, and it was pitch black. It was dark. I've always got things to take with me in case there's trouble outside. I've got my phone and I've got my bits and pieces, but it's just made up balls, guys. It's all made up balls what's going on in my life. It really is. So for 2 nights I'd started filming in the dark, you know, taking my camera out in the dark. So I went out of the building. I didn't have my camera on me. I just wanted to be free of the camera, free of their bullshit, you know, this gang stalking cobblers. I just wanted to be free of it. So I went down the stairs with Max, went out of the building, and straight across the road up onto the field. But as I was going up there, more vehicles were about, more vehicles than usual. So there was this guy in a van, and he had a trolley where he was taking like boxes out of the back of his van. And he was built like the man upstairs, built like him. And I'm just thinking, why do these people do it? It is so ridiculous. It's annoying. Why do they make these rude noises like they're clearing their throat, coughing, as soon as you walk past them? So they're not doing it before you walk past them. They're doing it as you're walking past them. Just like the guy upstairs. As I'm walking past this the guy who's taking bits out of his van with this metal trolley. And I just start laughing. It's absolutely childish and ridiculous. Apart from that one odd incident, I just walked Max in the dark around the block. I didn't go on the field. Just walked Max around the block, and there was joggers everywhere. It was female joggers, women jogging. And I just stood out the way and just let them jog, because I'd had that evil message off of TikTok calling me a derogatory name, and they wasting their time. I block it. They just get blocked. Completely blocked. Right, so Hyde Housing are closing the case. Carry on. This has been going on for 5 years. The same old bull crap, repeated bullshit, round and round in circles, recycled crap. Women keep speaking on the phone to me for an hour, and I spoke to that Ray for over an hour the other day, and they're closing the case. So I mean. And I told her all about the vans that were parking about, all the harassment in the building, and it's got worse. It gets worse. No one does anything, it gets worse. The interference gets worse. They think that the derogatory number plates get worse as well. It's got worse. And I'm still logging it, and I'm still posting it to my Facebook. But there's some conspiracy, there's some sinister element where somebody is spending so much money on this comedy show, it's unbelievable. It's like Little Britain. Outside my door, when I go outside, it is like Little Britain. Every morning, every afternoon and every evening. And I just stay in my flat otherwise with the doors locked and the windows shut. Because it's madness. The recklessness, the danger, the drugs outside, when I go outside, is unbelievable. The cars driving on the pavement towards me, the intimidation, because that's what gang stalking is. It's like Little Britain every time I go outside my flat. The weird people dressed in weird clothes, taking the mickey out of me, the way I walk, the way I speak. It's like Little Britain, and it's annoying, and it makes me angry. So yesterday I just made myself laugh before I left the flat. It's ridiculous the lengths these people go to try and make me cross. And it is like an Eminem video. When Eminem was first starting, he did videos and with dwarfs in them and all kinds of weird people doing weird things. And you know what Eminem's like, he's quirky. He's like, that's what it feels like as well, an Eminem video. I used to go into Sainsbury's in Chatham, and there was this little tiny dwarf in there, woman. It's not funny. You shouldn't be laughing at people with disabilities and things wrong with them, but I'm afraid that's what Eminem does in his videos and things. It's like he's mocking people. He takes the mickey out of gay people, doesn't he? In his songs. So that's what it feels like every time I go outside. Either Little Britain or an Eminem video. And a lot of it is American styled sense of humour. USA. I don't know what's going on. All I know is someone with an extortionate amount of money that's able to flitter it around on mocking me, which is unbelievable. Online and offline. So when I came back to the flats, I came in through the front entrance and I went up the stairs, and there's a racist element to this bullying as well, and I don't like saying it. Somebody is evilly racist, and my name, my first name is Genestra, not Jennifer, Genestra. So my dad was guilty of it as well. He turned round to me and said, why did your mum call you that? It sounds like a black name. My dad said to me, are you Ebony? My own father, meaning he thought I was a black woman. My dad said it. Right, so the racist mickey taking came from my own dad. So they like leaving chocolate wrappers, and chocolate means black. So when I came back from the walk yesterday, there was a chocolate cookie wrapper on the landing of the stairwell of the floor that I come out of. But when I came back from a walk, when I went out for a walk, that cookie wrapper was not on the floor. When I came back, it was, and it was chocolate cookies. They like leaving dairy milk chocolate wrappers as well. So that is unacceptable in itself, but the police do nothing about that. The racist mickey taking, it's racism. But not because I'm black, because my name sounds foreign. My original first name. So I have to put up with racist jokes, racist comments. Over the past week, I've had flirt finder messages from about 5 black men, but they're not real because they've just got one photo. They're not real profiles. I get attacked on TikTok when I used to go live streaming. I had about 10 men, black men, contacted me for private messaging whilst I was on TikTok live stream, saying they were from Nigeria. So then a white guy said, oh, you keep getting texted from black men in Nigeria. But it's sus and suspect and fake. They're fake profiles. Somebody's doing them. I think it's a white person that is sending me fake black men's profiles. And they're also twisted in the sexual department because one of them wanted me to have a threesome with a black man. I told you I sent 10 profiles over to the Kent police, which was classed as malicious communications. Malicious, with intent to do harm to somebody, and they're still doing that, still at it. Yes, but it's at certain times. It's usually at night when the neighbours are at the worst with noise that I'm getting bombarded with sex messages, grooming messages, when the neighbours are at home. So I was in my flat last night, and I when I'd seen that chocolate cookie wrapper meant for me to see it near my floor. It made me come down from I was feeling happy, and then I started to feel low again. Came into my flat, and the happiness had gone. It had drifted off. I was miserable. I tried to make myself laugh. I tried to make myself happy. I put the telly on. I tried to watch something and my telly started playing up, so I just ended up listening to music low, not high, low. But the happiness had gone. So I started messing around on my phone, sometimes playing a game, doing Duolingo, like distracting yourself from the crap. So I tried to do that, and then a Flirt Finder message came onto my phone. Flirt Finder message. And the blokes that they send me are, I'm not being nasty, but they're not the most nice looking men. I told you the night before yesterday, I got a picture sent to me off a Flirt Finder with a big man with a big lump on his head with a Jack Jones t-shirt. Yesterday, I get a guy called Paul text me, Paul, and his face, they're horrible. I can't explain it. They're like prisoners' faces. They're like somebody that is not suited to me at all. And they do it to frighten and degrade you. Because if when they start saying sexual things like, excuse me, they start saying sexual things, and if you start, you want a bit of company and you start texting back, and it's the most hideous looking man you've ever seen, like he's got a scar on his face, or it's really horrible, twisted picture, they do it to degrade you. So it feels like you've degraded yourself. You've been with someone that's like nasty. That's been going on since the internet began to me. So you need to go way back to 2001 and 2 when this internet harassment started happening to me, almost when the internet began, of a sexual nature, men exposing themselves to me. This began when I first started using the internet, and I was oblivious to it, that there were paedophiles online, predators, groomers, sexual freaks. I was unaware of it. The internet had just started. I knew there were perverts outside. I had experienced that, and sexual assaults before the age of 16. I knew there was perverts out there. But then I started getting it online. Groomers, sexual, exposing themselves, going straight into the computer and going on to, I don't know if anyone remembers MSN. MSN, that's where it started. And I went on to MSN Messenger, and there was like two little bodies going round and round and round, and it made a noise, and you clicked onto Messenger, and then men would just flash themselves. Starkers. So it must have started then, way back in 2001, 2. It must have sprung from there. And we're now in 2025 and they're still after me. Still doing it. Back then I was 34. Started when I was 34. And 20 years later it's still going on, but in different ways. This is definitely started from the internet, where I was bullied and groomed. But it's still going on, and I don't know, it could be different countries. It's not just Great Britain. because of the American element. Even Australia is involved in it, and it looks like places like Tunisia and Morocco. The phone numbers I'm getting, foreign phone numbers, and men on Facebook trying to video call me, and they're sat there half naked. Sat there half naked. As I said, the police can't do much in the UK if it's like America or Morocco or Tunisia, but I still report it. So for me, this harassment and bullying has been going on for over 20 years. So wherever I go, whatever flat, wherever I am, I've got these foreign men trying to get hold of me. And they're disgusting. Their manners, their demeanour, like I'm some piece of old cheap tart they can abuse. I can't stop it unless I give up the internet completely, and I live on my own and I feel isolated. So if I give up the computer completely, I've got nothing. My YouTube videos help me get points across and help me, do you know what I mean? There's a little robin on my balcony, a little robin just landed on my balcony. It was a robin redbreast right by my balcony chair. Oh, it's so cute. It's gone now. But as I was saying, I like doing my YouTube videos. I like helping other people and explaining and helping them feel that you're not alone. There are paedophiles on the internet. There are groomers. And we have to watch our children as well, our teenagers. I was 34 when it started for me. And I was vulnerable. I was going through a hard time. And that's when they get you. And also the nasty name calling. That happened 20 years ago. The name calling. And that's still going on, isn't it? I do believe they're making money out of doing this to me. And I don't have a computer anymore. So a computer's even more vulnerable when you've got a great big computer screen and they're asking you to cam yourself, talk to them over the cam. That's even worse. So now they're not getting anything. They're not getting chats. They're not getting pictures. So they're getting quite aggressive and very, very evil. Because what worked in the past is not working now. Calling me names used to make me cry. It used to make me feel terrible, and then then you'd go to them and say, you've done this and you've done this. And then they turn around and start grooming. So the mickey taking is supposed to make you feel vulnerable, sad and upset. You go to them and say, why have you done that? And then they start the sex grooming, the sexual grooming. Oh, never mind, don't worry, I didn't mean it. Why don't we have a chat? And then it leads to taking your clothes off and exposing yourself. Because they're sexual predators and they're groomers doing it. And I know that from my TikTok live streaming, when all I get is sexual comments. It's disgusting, but that I'm not live streaming. As soon as I start live streaming, I get so-called black men start saying to me, will you come over to private messaging? Will you go over to WhatsApp? And they start exposing themselves, telling me that they want to come over to this country. Can I help them with a visa? It's quite terrible. And then it was a white man that sent me naked photographs. It was a man. And I reported it to the police and they did nothing. They didn't do anything, even though sending images like that is disgusting. Because I had someone ask me if I was a teenager, and then they start exposing themselves. Someone the other day asked me if I was a teenager, if I was a teenage girl. And then they, you know what these foreign guys have done, guys? They've raped girls in school playgrounds. Every so often, up comes on my phone, girl raped by a foreign man in a school playground. Foreign guy rapes a school girl. That every couple of days. Now, I keep myself safe. If I had children in this day and age, I would keep them off the internet completely, and I certainly wouldn't let my kids walk home alone from school or leave them alone in the playground. It's bad enough for ordinary women. The streets aren't safe, and they're not. There are perverts out there. There always has been, but there's even more so now. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. It's National Poetry Day today, and this year's theme is play. I've got some poems from special guests. To hear one, just say, "Tell me a poem for National Poetry Day."
Alexa, tell me a poem for National Poetry Day.
Here's What I'd Do For You by Sally Crabtree.
I'd gather up the stars for you, like silver coins to spend on dreams. I'd fill your heart with tender love, till it was bursting at the seams. I'd count the grains of sand upon this endless shore. I'd love you more. I'd swoop you up into my arms and dance with you to heaven's door. I'd take you to a far and wonderful, exotic land. I'd pour away all time so we could walk forever, hand in hand. I'd sail the 7 seas in search of treasure we could share. I'd find a field of flowers wild and make a garland for your hair. I'd scatter petals at your feet, full of the scent of summer days. I'd take you to a magic place, explore its secret paths and ways. I'd blow my kisses to the wind and watch them wing their way to you. I'd paint the sky a brilliant blue so I could fly up there with you. I'd polish up the sun until it shone and filled you with delight. I'd make a harp of soft moonbeams to play sweet music through the night. I'd open up its cage and let the bird of happiness fly free. I'd find a door to all our dreams and give to you its golden key.
That was What I'd Do For You by Sally Crabtree.
That was a beautiful poem. I really like that. Alexa, what's the time, please?
The time is 8:39 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Thursday, the 2nd of October.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
In Rochester, it's 9 degrees Celsius with fog. Today, you can expect cloudy skies, with a high of 20 degrees and a low of 9 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
What is a dog's favorite vegetable? A border cauliflower.
And Alexa, which celebrity was born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 2nd of October include Mohandas K. Gandhi, Graham Greene, Sting, Paul von Hindenburg, and Maria Ressa.
So the singer Sting, it's his birthday today. Alexa, how old is Sting?
Sting is 74 years old.
74 years old Sting is now. Wow. The Police, the band The Police, Sting is 74. Doesn't time fly? Right guys, have a great day today. It's Thursday. It's October the 2nd. So Halloween at the end of this month, one of my favourite times of year. I do love my Halloween. So I'm just carrying on. Hydehausen is going to close the ASB case, like they did before. The same old recycled crap goes on, but I've got a smile on my face this morning. See you later.